Greetings, my fellow warriors. This is your boy Mechanimal, straight out of the jungle, and today we are going to recap the squatting every day, if it does really work. And one thing I would say first will be I'm definitely stronger, a lot stronger than I was 85 days ago, and I've not skipped a single day. You guys can see it on Instagram or YouTube. I've been documenting it to the best of my ability, and people always ask me, is it the only way to have big legs, and is your leg bigger? You know, this is the kind of question everybody keep on asking me. The bottom line is, I never got into this program because I wanted to have a bigger leg. My whole point is I want to get strong, and I'm not a power lifter. I'm more of a calisthenics athlete, or whatever the heck you want to call it. I like to do some bodyweight training, you know, and I just figured that having some calisthenics, pistol squat, or whatever other bodyweight exercise using leg, whatever leg bodyweight exercise feature is not synonymous of being strong on both leg squat. So yeah, let me rephrase it. Being able to doing some amazing thing using pistol squat was not synonymous of being great at both leg squat, the back squats. That's why I decided for a while ago to just train strictly back squat, and until I get there. I mean, of course, I won't be getting to elite status anytime soon, but my point is, you're not getting stronger until you get at it and hit it the best you can do. That's why I decided to put aside the pistol squat and work strictly on back squat. So for those who wonder, why don't you do pistol squat and everything? I mean, I still have love for pistol squat. I know anytime I get back to it, I already have the base and the training and everything to get at it and efficiently produce a good performance. So the both leg squat is only gonna be beneficial, to my pistol squat when I get back to it, as my absolute strength would have improved, and easily I could pull off some incredible number on the weighted pistol squat. So I'm not worried about the pistol squat. The more bigger challenge is actually focusing on both leg squat and make my body used to it. That's about it. And like I always say, learn your body. And since I started training, I know that I've always been really efficient at what you call them, endurance work. You know, mid-heavyweight, mid-size weight with high repetition. I've always been great at those. But when it comes to absolute strength, I had to work double, triple harder than some people that are already gifted with those type of ability, or whether it's muscle fiber distribution or anything. I have no clue, but that's for me. I know that I will be pretty much a great CrossFit athlete, but I'm not planning to be a CrossFit athlete. But I can be pretty badass or hardcore when it comes to extreme endurance, but I will still follow the form. Okay, that's not part of the topic we're talking about. So let's get back to if it does work. Yes, squatting every day works. Is it for everybody? Maybe not. But you have to be a seasoned lifter to be able to get into it and make sure that you don't injure yourself. That was the hardest thing about squatting every day, actually, gauging how much is too much not to injure yourself and keep you going, and how much is too low, because I could do bodyweight squat, or just put like 135, one plate on the side, and squat forever. I would do that for the whole year, even 2 years in a row. The only thing is the mental fortitude, the mental challenge of waking up every day and squatting, which is actually what I find attractive. When it comes to that squatting every day. I've enjoyed it, you know. Right now, stopping squatting would, I would not think my life without squat right now, because I've gotten used to it. I've learned to enjoy it, even though it's hard, it's draining. But I don't know, it's just like you said, practice make perfect, and when it becomes a habit, it becomes an obsession. I mentioned that in my first motivational video. So it did work. As of size, we're gonna measure, you know. It just hit me right now that actually I've never checked my size, because when most of the time you see me showing my quads and everything in the videos, it means technically that I'm just trying to catch people's attention. You all know that aesthetic has never been my primary goal, and I know people, unfortunately, are like impressed by crazy physique and blah 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 and all this crap. The main thing for me has always been performance over everything, and your body is the mere expression of whatever hard work or dedication you put it through. So you want a crazy aesthetic, aiming for a crazy strength is definitely gonna get you there with a proper protocol when it comes to eating right and everything else that comes with it. That's my philosophy. That's what I believe in. I mean, I'm not saying you should not be aiming for aesthetic. It's pretty fine, you know. I mean, be confident about yourself. But to me, performance has always been the first thing, you know. Whether it's endurance or strength training, performance is always first. Aesthetic is great. Women like aesthetic? Maybe, maybe not. They like the way you carry yourself? Yes, they do. And you carry yourself in an efficient way, properly. One, because you're aesthetic, maybe, then you should be ashamed of yourself, because you should not be that insecure to have a great aesthetic before you carry yourself properly. You carry yourself because you're feeling strong, you're feeling alpha, you're feeling dominating in a positive way. Yes, so aiming for crazy strength and you know, that you can acquire to the best of your ability is a great thing. You will have everything that comes into, that falls into place in time, whether it's aesthetic and strength and you know, I don't know. Anyway, yeah. So I started doing the what you call it, the squat every day, pretty well known as the Bulgarian program, because I wanted to get strong, and it got me stronger. Now, speaking of the size, let's measure the size. Before I started, like, I've always been 25 and a half. One leg bigger than the other one. My left leg is the smaller one, and my right leg is the bigger one. So my right leg has always been about 25 and a half, and my left leg about 25 inches. So if you measure right now, so here you can easily see right here that we have about 26 and a half. So that easily shows that the squat every day has worked. You know, I've gained about 1 inch, the 1 inch, my bad. And here, right here, 26. So I've gained 1 inch of both leg. Of course, I will never have same size of both, and I couldn't give less of a crap, because like I said, I'm not applying to become a competing bodybuilder. So anyway, yeah, I've gained 1 inch obviously on each leg. So hey, squatting every day can make you grow. How long it's gonna take, I don't know. And like I always preach, it shouldn't matter how long it takes for you to grow. Just keep training, give your best, and the next thing you know, you'll be growing. You know, stop chasing the, you know, be part of that culture of quick fix, like I keep on mentioning, you know. And just train, keep your mind sane, and you should be alright. So size wise, I've gained 1 inch on each leg, and I really don't want to gain any size on any more size on the leg, because people have asked me, oh, why don't you do front levers and all this shit? Yeah, my legs are heavy. It makes everything extra hard, whether it's handstand, whether it's front lever, back lever. But do I complain? I don't complain. I just don't mention it, and I just, you know, I just train where I can. I just do what I can do, and I know in time I'm gonna master those skills. It just take longer, and I'm patient. But I know when I do, I'll be outstanding. I mean, I'll be one of those people that, you know, you couldn't come and pick flaws and, you know, stuff like that. And I'm not saying there's, I mean, I'm not saying anybody's perfect, but trying to be the ultimate weaponry, the ultimate arsenal, you know. I mean, that's how I see myself. I just train, unleash my primal abilities. My primal abilities becomes the ultimate beast. And yeah, so that's pretty much what I had to say about the squatting every day. It just hit me when I saw Umar Yusuf video called Squatting Every Day, and I remember the first time I came across Squatting Every Day is through his channel, but I never went and opened the program itself to see how it's made. I just figured I should squat every day and follow my basic knowledge of linear periodization, listening to my body, and just go about it. And I'm pretty sure I did a good job at it. I mean, just know that I didn't go just to squat every day and do some random stuff. No, I went to squat as heavy as I could every day. And in the back of my mind, I followed the proper protocol of loading high intensity with low reps and lower intensity with higher volume. So that's pretty much what I did. And if you want to have an idea what I did, you can go on my videos, and I pretty much the first 60 days I put up all the reps and sets on the videos, and then on the second phase I just start putting the highlights. As you may have noticed, it's less boring, quick, and you can still see what I'm doing. How long I'm gonna keep squatting, I have no idea. I don't know. I aim for 100 days at least to have triple digit, and maybe after that I'm gonna decrease the intensity. I mean the frequency of high intensity on 3 days a week, but still squat every day, like maybe really light, just to keep on ingraining my the motor pattern, the technique, because that's one other thing about squatting every day. The technique has gotten a lot better because you do that so many times every day. Like, practice makes perfect, and that's something you guys should do as well when you're working on getting your technique better. Trying to do them every day as much as you can, you know. So that's pretty much it. And my PR on day 60, I've hit 405, you know. So I'm not really worried about that, because I know when I properly deload and I start squatting every day, I will probably hit well above the 405 that I did on day 60. And if you check the video on the first day, I was struggling with 315. It's not like it's heavy, I've done that before, but I've got into some misfortune and twisted my ankle, busted my my ribs, and I was just getting back into exercising. I mean, the back squat, and the first day it was really a grinder on the 315, and progressively worked to achieve 400, which is something I've achieved right before I hurt myself, like a few months ago. Correction, actually I failed 400 before I got hurt. 395, however, is what I had as a PR before I got injured. So it was not perfect. The depth was not perfect at all, but it did. It was pretty legit. And then I hurt myself, and like I said, twisted my ankle and stuff like that. It has nothing to do with workout, you know, and it was unfortunate. It happened, and I got back to to back squatting, grinding on 315. On day 60, I was able to get 405. You know, day 26, I went to 400. So I built back in the 26th day where I left off before I hurt myself. On day 26, I reached the 400, and it was a matter of trying to hit that 405. Failed only one time that I tried, and the other time didn't try. And I figured that I didn't have it to go to that level anymore, that intensity. So I played it around until on day 60, I was able to go and I crushed the 405. So finally reached my my main goal that I had in mind for 405 on exactly 60 days, which was a previous goal. Then I decided to push it to 90, and why not 100 if I can reach 90. Today I'm on day 85, and I'm still, you know, pushing. On day 83, I did some extremely high repetition, like 50 repetitions with my body weight 185, and it was pretty gruesome. But I wanted to do it because I have not done like a heavy squat, high volume since I started, and right now I'm really sore. So it forced me to deload. Now I'm deloading to 135. Probably gonna do that for the next days until I feel kind of less sore, to be able to get back up in intensity. Yeah, my hips need it, the hip flexors need it. So you guys can see that it's all about gauging yourself. If you're squatting every day, don't be like, if you're a natty, the blah blah, and the people who do it, they're on some stuff. Nah, it's about knowing yourself, be smart about it, and push your body to the limits in an adequate way. Whether you're natty or not, somebody on gear may be able to do heavier weight than you, but it shouldn't be a matter of how heavy you want to show to the world that you can lift. It should be a matter of how heavy you can really lift and how proud you can be of yourself when you do those, you know. So that's about it. I'm not gonna keep it any longer. It's not what you call them. It's not my habit to stay that long in speaking to people, but I thought that as a recap, if it does work, I should share pretty much everything I had in mind, and you can see that I've grabbed ideas here and then, and now we're at the end of it. So don't be bored with my videos on squatting every day, because I'm gonna keep posting them, you know. And you should start squatting, because that's the most primal movement of a human being. You want to squat, get down and get back up. And I believe having a great squat will just transfer to everything else, and any other lift in your, that your body can do, upper body or whatever it is. So keep squatting for those who are already squatting. Start squatting for those who don't squat. But whether you squat or not, I'm trying to squat for everybody. That's why I'm doing this as well, for everybody else in the world that skip leg day. So that being said, everything is and we always be beast mode. Salutes. Well, gorilla mode. Salutes. Beast mode.